Okay, let's talk about how to take your eyeshadow look to the next level for a special event. First thing to think about is begin with the end in mind. So let's say you have to do your day and put some makeup on, but you are going to be like taking it to the next level, amping it up, adding some glam for the evening. Just keep that in mind when you start and you get ready that day. I recommend keeping it a little lighter, a little simpler on your eyeshadow so that you're not having to take a bunch off or mix odd colors. Just keep that in mind. So today I started the morning with just a soft little shimmer on the lid and like our hazelnut blending soft brown in my crease. So I have a little bit of definition, a little polish, but very easy to build on top of, and I don't have to start over or be clashing colors. So I'm gonna go with the typical gray, black, silvers for this look because a lot of times that's where we go when we glam it up. You can always add fun twists and other colors to it, but I'm just gonna keep it pretty classic today. So what you wanna do is have, of course, your colors ready and have your brushes ready. I do like to use a handful of brushes because I want to do one brush per color if I can. If I don't have to mix tones, it's just better. It's going to look better. It's going to have a cleaner finish. You're not going to be weird in between. Sometimes you may add a color in on top of something else. That's cool. But in general, I try to have like a dedicated color, a brush for each color. That's just what I like to do. It helps me, I feel like, do a better job. So I'm going to start with our mid-tone, which is the color, I'm gonna split my bangs out here, so enjoy. It's the color that goes through this area of the eye. So you can see I have just a soft brown there right now. So this color, you're typically gonna keep more of a matte. Now, any makeup thing that I tell you is a general rule. Makeup is an art. You can have fun with it and play with it. But when it comes to just knowing how to feel confident walking out the door, I'm gonna give you the general rules so you know where to play, okay? So we're gonna go with a matte mid-tone color. I'm gonna choose Cashmere Haze. It's a very cool, matte, kind of gray tone. And I'm gonna go right in on top of the hazelnut. I'm going high. You'll notice my crease, my actual crease is way down here because I'm hooded. I'm not putting any dark color there. That's not where I'm working right now. I'm working in the area with my eye open where you're gonna see the dimension and the shade. And then I'm gonna curve it down and kind of go around the corner, okay? Make sure I can see. Okay. I have a mirror here so I can see the reality of what I'm doing, not just in my phone. So you're gonna take that color and you're gonna put it into the crease. You're gonna come around. Now, this color is not super duper duper dark, but it's gonna lay the foundation. And in general, as you do your makeup, especially if you're going glam, you should feel a little crazy as you put it on. You shouldn't look at it immediately and be like, oh, that's perfect. You should be like, oh gosh, that's a lot, or that looks a little intense. That's good because we're gonna blend. Blending is the key. You're gonna spend more time blending than you are applying color when it comes to glam. And so don't worry, don't freak out. We're going to be all right. All right, now we're going to add some depth and we're going to add something darker onto this, this mid-tone. So I'm going to get another kind of flat, wide brush and I'm going to grab well, I'll hold it up. This color. I'm going to add this color to give a little bit more depth on the outer edge. I'm not going all the way across. You can see where it's shimmering, so I don't want to take that all the way, but I'm putting that in here, giving a little bit of a curve, covering some of my outer lid, okay? Then with the teeny tiny little brush, we're gonna go for the black onyx, and we're going to put that in the very bottom. So we have a bit of an ombre happening. We've got the gray, we've got the deeper, and then we've got the darkest. And again, I'm not worrying about blending right now. I'm worrying about getting a lot of color on my eye. I want it to be strong. I want it to be bold so that I can blend it and tone it down a little bit. So I'm making sure I've got that color there, making sure I've got this color here. Then we're gonna blend. So I have a clean blending brush, and I'm gonna start on the top part. And this is the key. I'm not moving the eyeshadow. I am just softening the edges, okay? I'm not trying to replace it. We already placed the color. We're just blending, smoothing the transition points. We don't want this color to look blotchy and heavy. And we want it to kind of seamlessly move from one color to the next. Now, one point to make, especially when you're using dark, shimmery colors and things, it will tend to drip a little bit over here. Don't worry. I'll show you in another video how you actually clean that up and you get a really clean, nice pop of how that area will not look like a black eye. It won't be drippy, do not worry. So don't stress on that. Right now, we're stressing on having enough color to feel bold, which as you can see, I'm adding more. Because once I blend, a little bit goes away and I'm like, nope, I want a little bit more. So I'm adding just a little bit, and now I'm gonna go back in and blend, smooth it out. You can always take this to the level of your comfort. If you don't do a whole lot of glam, probably just a little bit will be plenty and you'll feel great. The more comfortable you get, the heavier you can go, or the more fun you can have with different colors. You can try purples, you can try greens, you can try blues. Nothing's off limits. It's just about, well, number one, what you're wearing. And then number two, what the event is, what's the environment. And then number three, what you personally like. So you can see it is definitely getting a little messy on the outer edge. Don't worry, don't worry. We'll get that. But we're just blending those edges out so it's not a stark contrast, okay? But you see how we have this just depth that builds, and then out here is your deepest area. Okay, now I want to show you how to lighten up as well and get some nice pops of light on this inner part, because we want the inner part to be bright, the outer part to have that depth, and by building it up here, it creates a little bit of a lift. So I'm going to take a kind of a smoky white. It's got a little bit of a silver into it. It's not pure white. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to pat it on my eyelid there. So we bring some light, and I'm not going like super high, but just bringing light to that area. Another thing I'll do is take a clean brush, make sure I get a clean one here. This one's clean. And I'll dip into a pure, true white and just do a little pop of light right there, right around your tear duct. So you get that awake. Now I didn't plaster it all the way through here, but in that center area. And again, make sure your blending brush doesn't have a lot on it. And then you can just kind of blend that out. One other area you can put that light color is on the outer part of the brow if you like to. You don't have to put shimmer up there. You can keep that matte. But sometimes I'm like, hey, if I'm going for it, I'm going for it. I'm gonna do it all. Okay. And then you just blend. And I think that, work on an area and then zoom out and blend. Make sure things are looking smooth. Check in natural lighting about 2 or 3 feet away from a window and take a selfie. There's nothing like looking at yourself on camera to go, oh, okay, yeah, I need to blend that out better. So that's how you go from soft every day and you deepen and make it bigger and bolder. That's really all there is to it. Apply in those areas, blend, 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 add a little more, blend, blend, blend. Then from there, you can intensify to match what you have going on. You can intensify your eyeliner. So I have just a regular black liner on top today, and I'm just gonna go over and make sure I have a fresh top coat there. And follow along, get my inner corner. It's gonna be thinner here, thicker here, always tapering on that inner area. And then if you really want that pop, after you have lined, you're gonna go in on the water line underneath your lashes on the front, like that. and you can get that extra boldness like that. All right, now for the bottom, if you're in your 40s and beyond, I tend to recommend using eyeshadow on the bottom as the liner because it's just a little softer. It's not too harsh. So I started with a deep brown. So all I'm gonna do to intensify this for more of an evening look is I'm gonna go in with my Onyx eyeshadow and my little brush. I'm gonna dip into the Onyx and I'm actually gonna wet the brush. I'm using finishing spray. You can use water if you need to. And you're gonna just tap over the line with the darker color if you want to just intensify the bottom line just a little bit. The reason why wetting it is good is it makes it cleaner. There's less dribble and it helps you really place it well. So it gives a nice clean look. One other thing you can do on the bottom is add one of the eyeshadows that you used on top. So you take a small little brush, let me get a different one here, and you're gonna dip it in. So I'm gonna dip it into my gray that I used, and I'm just gonna go in. And so I have the black liner, and then I'm adding just that little smokiness underneath, a little bit of shimmer to pull the top and bottom together. Then typically for special occasions, I add lashes because they just pop and frame your face in a way nothing else can. It can be difficult to learn how to do them on yourself. If you're not super experienced, it's tough, but it's worth it. It gives an amazing look and really completes the eye. But that is, get my bangs back in order. That is how to take natural and glam it up. And again, you can glam as bright, as bold, as dark, as colorful as you want. But where you're just adding, that's the placement, and then the key is the blend. So for your next event, I hope this gives you confidence in what to do, where to put it. And if you need specific one-on-one help, please reach out to me. I would love to partner with you and help you to feel amazing when you go to your next event or for your next family pictures or whatever you have coming up. Have a great day.